A Pentagon official predicted Thursday the war against al-Qaeda and its affiliates could last up to 20 more years. The comment came during a Senate hearing revisiting the authorization for use of military force, or AUMF, enacted by Congress days after the 2011 attacks. At the hearing, Pentagon officials claimed the AUMF gives the president power to wage endless war anywhere on the globe.
We begin today's show with highlights from the hearing. In a moment, we'll hear Senator Angus King in his own words. But first, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham questioning two Pentagon officials, Michael Sheehan, the Assistant Secretary of Defense in charge of Special Operations, and Robert Taylor, Acting General Counsel, Department of Defense. This is Senator Graham.
Do you agree with me the war against radical Islam or terror, whatever description you like to provide, will go on after the second term of President Obama?
Senator, in my judgment, this is going to go on for quite a while, and yes, beyond the second term of the president.
And beyond this term of Congress?
Yes, sir. I think it's at least 10 to 20 years.
So, from your point of view, you have all the authorization and legal authorities necessary to conduct a drone strike against terrorist organizations in Yemen without changing the AUMF?
Yes, sir, I do believe that.
You agree with that, General?
I do, sir.
General, do you agree with that?
I do, sir.
Okay. Could we send military members into Yemen to strike against one of these organizations? Does the President have that authority to put boots on the ground in Yemen?
As I mentioned before, there's domestic authority and international law authority. At the moment, the basis for putting boots in the ground in Yemen, we respect the sovereignty of Yemen, and it would...
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, does he have the legal authority under our law to do that?
Under domestic authority, he would have that authority.
I hope the Congress is okay with that. I'm okay with that. Does he have authority to put boots on the ground in the Congo?
Yes, sir, he does.
Okay. Do you agree with me that when it comes to international terrorism, we're talking about a worldwide struggle?
Absolutely, sir.
Would you agree with me the battlefield is wherever the enemy chooses to make it?
Yes, sir, from Boston to the Fatah.
I couldn't agree with you more. Do you agree with that, General?
Yes, sir, I agree that the enemy decides where the battlefield is.
And it could be any place on the planet, and we have to be aware and able to act. And do you have the ability to act, and you aware of the threats?
Yes, sir, we do have the ability to react, and we are tracking the threats globally.
From my point of view, I think your analysis is correct, and I appreciate all of your service to our country.
Senator King.
Gentlemen, I've only been here 5 months, but this is the most astounding and most astoundingly disturbing hearing that I've been to since I've been here. You guys have essentially rewritten the Constitution here today. The Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11, clearly says that the Congress has the power to declare war. This authorization, the AUMF, is very limited. And you keep using the term associated forces. You use it 13 times in your statement. That is not in the AUMF. And you said at one point, it suits us very well. I assume it does suit you very well because you're reading it to cover everything and anything. And then you said at another point, so even if the AUMF doesn't apply, the general law of war applies. And we can take these actions. So my question is, how do you possibly square this with the requirement of the Constitution that the Congress has the power to declare war? This is one of the most fundamental divisions in our constitutional scheme, that the Congress has the power to declare war. The President is the commander-in-chief and prosecutes the war. But you're reading this AUMF in such a way as to apply clearly outside of what it says. Senator McCain was absolutely right. It refers to the people who planned, authorized, committed, or aided the terrorist attacks on September 11th. That's a date. That's a date. It doesn't go into the future. And then it says, or harbored such organizations, past tense, or persons in order to prevent any future acts by such nations, organizations, or persons. It established a date. I don't disagree that we need to fight terrorism. but we need to do it in a constitutionally sound way. Now, I'm just a little old lawyer from Brunswick, Maine, but I don't see how you can possibly read this to be in comport with the Constitution and authorize any acts by the President. You had testified to Senator Graham that you believe that you could put boots on the ground in Yemen under this document. That makes the war powers a nullity. I'm sorry to ask such a long question, but my question is, what's your response to this?